Hey folks, how's everybody doing out there? I thought it would be fun to kick off another YouTube series, and so over the next 26 weeks, we're going to explore the history of software in three-letter acronyms. You see, here in the wonderful world of tech, we just love three-letter acronyms. The API needs to be B2C, the CTO says the DLL is EOL, the FAQ says GCC's HTML ID is based on JSON, KDE's got LLMs, MP3s and NFTs, OTel's using PHP, the QoS says RPC over SMB should use TLS, but UAT suggests VBA with WPF and XML might work better, and YAML and ZIF is clearly where it's at. Yeah, of course, that's meaningless nonsense. But it sounds plausible, right? And it's not just three-letter acronyms. Technically, it's only an acronym if you pronounce it like a word. So the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, that's an acronym, because we don't say NASA, we say NASA. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, laser. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, we don't say SCUBA, we say SCUBA. And the Small Computer Systems Interface, SCSI. Although, according to Wikipedia, the creator of SCSI wanted everybody to call it sexy. And I'm really glad that didn't catch on, otherwise we'd all have spent the 1990s talking about sexy Terminators. But FTP, IBM, USA, we don't say FTP, IBM and USA, we sound out each letter. FTP, IBM, USA. So those aren't acronyms, they're initialisms. And then there's the overlaps. You know, some of you folks call it SQL, some of you call it SQL. Some of you read the FAQ, some read the FAQ. That's cool, you do you. Just as long as nobody's talking about squeal databases, we're good. And they're not all three letters. We're also going to meet some ETLAs. Those are extended three-letter acronyms. And a bunch of things that are neither acronyms nor initialisms. They're just plain abbreviations, short versions of long words. And we're going to kick off our alphabetical history with one of those abbreviations, because A is for ACK, the common abbreviation for acknowledgement. If you want to have a conversation with somebody, before you start talking, you want to make sure they're listening, right? And this applies to computer networks just as much as it does to human conversation. When you opened your browser to the page that's hosting this video, before YouTube could start sending you video frames, it had to establish a connection. And that, well, okay, actually ACK is the second thing that happens. The first thing that happens is your computer sends something called a SYN package to the server. SYN is short for synchronize, and that's your computer saying, hey, I want to watch a video. Can we synchronize so you can start sending me data? And included in that SYN packet is something called a sequence number. And the server sends back something called a SYN ACK packet. It's like, hey, I acknowledge that you want to synchronize. Let's go. And the client replies with a plain ACK. Yes, I acknowledge your acknowledgement. This is known as the three-way handshake. It happens at the start of every single connection that happens over any TCP IP network. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, and IP stands for Internet Protocol, and yep, they're initialisms. Otherwise, we'd say that the internet runs on TCP/IP. They're the underlying network protocols that they basically make the internet work. And what's remarkable about TCP/IP networking is that TCP is a reliable protocol. It guarantees that all those little packets of streaming video will be delivered to the right place in the right order without any missing pieces. But TCP runs on top of IP. And IP, that doesn't make any guarantees about anything. IP just throws packets out onto the internet and forgets about them. And maybe they arrive, and maybe they don't, and maybe they show up, but they're in the wrong order. So how do you build a reliable network on top of an unreliable one? Synchronization and acknowledgement. Every packet in a TCP stream has a sequence number and an acknowledgement number. That's how the client and server can check that the right packets have arrived in the right order and that nothing has gone missing along the way. Without ACK packets, the entire internet would stop working in less than a second. Just so we're clear, that would probably be bad. So ACK is kind of important. It's also one of the oldest bits of technology that is still in everyday use. The first TCP-based networks, they went online around 1977, and on January the 1st, 1983, TCP/IP became the official protocol of the internet. It's one of a whole raft of technologies from the early 1980s that had a profound impact on the development of computing. Next week, we're going to learn about another one, because in our alphabetical history of software in three-letter acronyms, B is for BBC. Which, yes, it's an initialism, but that's okay. So tune in next week. Find out how the British Broadcasting Corporation influenced everything from space trading games to data science. In the meantime, folks, you'll have a good week. You take it easy out there, look after each other, and I'll catch you next time.